We'll do it. 50 Cent is back, and honey, he's not playing. This time, he's taking petty warfare to a whole new level, and his target, none other than Diddy. Yup. 50's upcoming documentary isn't just some basic tell-all. It's a straight-up bombshell that's about to shake Hollywood to its core. We're talking hidden scandals, buried receipts, messy betrayals. Everything the elite spent decades trying to bear. And you know 50 Cent, he's never been scared of controversy. If anything, he lives for it. Now, with the stakes higher than ever, he's going all in. And let me tell you, certain people are scrambling hard to sabotage his documentary, especially the ones who don't want Diddy's skeletons falling out all over Hollywood Boulevard. But to really get why 50 is coming this hard, we gotta roll it all the way back to the messy, bitter history between these two moguls. Before he was Brother Love, before the yachts and the private jets, Diddy. Born Sean Combs in 1969, grew up in the gritty streets of Harlem. Losing his father at just 2 years old? Devastating. But it lit a fire under him, and that fire never went out. After moving to Mount Vernon, Diddy got a taste of a calmer life, but he never stopped hustling. As a teenager, he wasn't just another kid on the block. He was already dancing in music videos for Diana Ross, polishing those slick moves long before he ever dropped his first track. By the time he hit college at Howard University, he wasn't just studying, he was running the party scene, organizing A-list events while still a student. And he wasn't subtle about it. He had business cards printed up that just said, "Puh." Iconic behavior, honestly. Diddy was already building his brand before Instagram even existed. In 1989, everything changed. Heavy D, yes, that Heavy D, introduced Diddy to Andre Harrell at Uptown Records. Andre saw the potential instantly and offered him an internship. And y'all, Diddy didn't just intern, he took over, climbing the ranks at Uptown faster than anyone had ever seen. And that was just the beginning. By the early 2000s, Diddy wasn't just a music mogul, he was an empire. Reality shows, award shows, celebrity galas, Diddy was everywhere. And who could forget the 2000 Grammys? Diddy and Jennifer Lopez shutting down the red carpet looking like royalty. He had it all, the cars, the jets, the mansions, the girl. Diddy had crossed over into the mainstream in a way no rapper really had before. But while Diddy was living the dream, someone else was watching, plotting, ready to knock him down a peg. Enter 50 Cent. Born Curtis Jackson III, 50's story was a whole different movie. Growing up in South Jamaica, Queens, it was survival of the fittest, and 50 learned real young how to hustle and dominate. By his late teens, 50 wasn't just surviving, he was running his block like a boss. But he knew the streets could only get him so far. He wanted out. He wanted more. He started hanging around Jam Master Jay, learning the ropes of the music biz. By 1999, he was signed to Columbia Records. Big break, right? Wrong. Because 50 had the audacity to release How to Rob, one of the boldest diss tracks hip-hop had ever seen. He came for everybody, Bobby Brown, Keith Sweat, DM, and yes, Diddy too. Imagine being a brand new rapper and deciding, I'm gonna roast all your faves and your moguls. Iconic. But it put a target on his back. And before his debut album could even drop, 50 got shot 9 times. But instead of dying, he came back harder, stronger, hungrier. While Diddy was still out here draped in mink and champagne, 50 Cent was clawing his way back to the top. And the difference between them couldn't have been more obvious. To 50, Diddy represented everything fake about the music industry. The glitz, the smoke, the mirrors. Meanwhile, 50 had bled for his come up. He wasn't here to play nice. And if you thought How to Rob was just a little clout chasing, nah. 50 kept the smoke coming for Diddy, year after year. Even after Diddy invited him to collaborate on Let's Get It with Black Rob, 50 was quick to remind people, I ghost wrote Diddy's whole verse. The shade, the subtle shots, they never stopped simmering. By 2003, 50 Cent was unstoppable. Get Rich or Die Tryin' wasn't just an album, it was a full-blown cultural phenomenon. Meanwhile, Diddy was still shining, running Bad Boy Records, flexing at every celebrity party, trying to stay on top. And then came the MTV Video Music Awards, a night that should have been a celebration turned into a turning point. Diddy was on stage presenting the award for Best Rap Video, and when 50 Cent's in Da Club won, the cameras caught the smiles, the handshakes, but baby, the tension behind the scenes, thick. Diddy didn't even try to fake it. There was no genuine congrats, no brotherhood moment. Behind those camera flashes, it was pure rivalry. 2 kings, 1 throne. And the energy screamed, there's not enough room for both of us. It wasn't just music anymore, it was power, it was legacy. And the war between them, it wasn't cooling down anytime soon. Later that same year, both 50 and Diddy showed up at the wedding of Chris Lighty, one of the biggest power players in the business. Now, weddings are supposed to be all love and good vibes, right? Wrong. Because at this wedding, Diddy made one of the weirdest moves ever. He offered to take 50 shopping, said he'd pay for everything. Now, imagine you're 50 Cent, the guy who survived 9 bullets, who built his empire from scratch, and this slick Hollywood mogul tries to flex like you're his charity case. 50 was instantly suspicious. In interviews afterward, he even admitted, "What did you just say?" It felt off, like a subtle power move, a reminder of who Diddy thought was still the bigger boss. 50 didn't bite. He distanced himself fast. And if there was any tiny chance they could have squashed the beef, that little shopping stunt killed it for good. You have to understand, this wasn't just rapper versus rapper. Diddy had built an empire. Bad Boy Records, Sean John, C-Rock Vodka. He wasn't just an artist, he was a mogul. Meanwhile, 50 was carving out his own path, launching G-Unit Records, dropping vitamin water deals, making moves nobody in hip-hop had ever pulled before. This wasn't just beef over a song, it was a full-on power struggle, a war about respect, a war about who would own the future, and both men knew it. Neither of them was backing down. By 2010, 50 Cent was done playing nice. During a wild press run, he openly accused Diddy of exploiting young artists, using them, draining their talent, then discarding them like trash. But he didn't stop there. 50 clowned Diddy's music skills too, calling him more a businessman than real rapper. Shots fired, direct hit, and Diddy, true to form, he stayed cool, throwing backhanded shade without ever mentioning 50's name. At the BET Awards after party, Diddy grabbed the mic and said, "Haters are like crabs in a barrel. They see you winning and they try to pull you down. No names." But everybody knew who he meant. As the years passed, the tension between them just kept simmering. Both men built empires, both stayed in power, but neither ever truly forgave or forgot. And now, 50 Cent's new documentary? It's not just about exposing Diddy's old mess, it's about taking the battle public, permanent, legendary. 50 Cent is about to light a match, and Hollywood is about to burn. This isn't just a spicy little TV project. 50's documentary on Diddy, it's being described as a nuclear bomb aimed straight at the heart of Hollywood. And trust, this ain't just about old beef. Word is 50's been deep. We're talking shady business deals, lawsuits, secret payoffs, cover-ups, the kind of dirt people thought would never see the light of day. This documentary is packed with receipts, emails, contracts, whispers from insiders who finally want to talk. And behind the scenes, panic. Full-blown panic. Because this isn't just about Diddy's messy history. This could blow up a lot of other careers too. Since 50 announced the doc, people close to Diddy have been moving wild behind the scenes. PR teams are panicky, lawyers are drafting gag orders, calls are being made at 2 a.m. trying to shut people up. Because baby, once the documentary drops, it's gonna be impossible to put this toothpaste back in the tube. Some celebs who once rode Diddy's coattails, they're already jumping ship, suddenly canceling appearances, distancing themselves, unfollowing on social media, pretending they barely knew him. It's giving, I was never really in the bad boy family like that, kind of chilly. The audacity. And 50, he's loving every second of this chaos. He's out here posting shady captions, smirking at industry events, already preparing the next wave of petty. Because for him, this isn't just revenge, it's about showing the world, I survived everything they threw at me, now watch me burn down the castle they thought was untouchable. And honestly, it's iconic behavior. Love him or hate him, you have to respect the commitment. He's not just making a documentary, he's staging a full-blown reckoning. Remember all those whispers over the years, the lawsuits, the sketchy NDAs, the sudden settlements? They're about to get dragged into the light. 50's documentary promises to tie everything together, connecting dots that a lot of folks desperately wanted to stay hidden, from artist exploitation to backdoor deals, from label politics to personal betrayals. Nothing's off limits. And from the early leaks insiders are whispering about, some of these revelations aren't just messy, they're career-ending. Make no mistake, this documentary isn't just putting Diddy on blast. There are a lot of big names quietly sweating bullets right now. Because if 50 Cent drops everything he's gathered, it's not just Diddy catching strays. We're talking about former collaborators, executives, media insiders, party regulars, all those friends who turned a blind eye who benefited from Diddy's empire, they're about to get dragged into the mud too. And the best part, 50 knows it. Word is, some celebrities have even lawyered up in advance, just in case their names get dropped in the fallout. Imagine prepping for a lawsuit before the trailer even hits. That's how messy this is, and y'all, 50 isn't just winging this. He's playing chess, not checkers. Sources say he's already secured multiple streaming platforms, exclusive deals, even a companion book project in the works. He's ready to flood every corner of the internet with this story, no matter who tries to silence him. You block the documentary? Cool, he'll drop the footage piece by piece online. Try to sue him? He's already got the legal ducks lined up. Try to bribe the crew? The contracts are locked airtight. This isn't a messy blog scandal. This is a full-blown organized expose. The worst thing for Hollywood right now? 50's not scared of him. He doesn't need the industry's approval anymore. He's got his own money, his own power, his own loyal fan base. There's no ad dollars you can threaten, no big studio exec you can call to pull the plug. 50 built his empire brick by brick, and now he's coming back to smash theirs. You can feel the fear radiating through the industry already. Private meetings, emergency PR sessions, agents whispering, stay low for the next 6 months. Hollywood's elite are shook. When this documentary finally premieres, it's not just gonna be another trending topic. It's gonna be a reckoning. Careers will end, legacies will crumble. Truths that people spent decades burying will be dragged into the sunlight for the world to see. And at the center of it all, one man smiling through the smoke. The kid from Queens who survived the streets, the bullets, the industry snakes, and came back swinging harder than ever.